Hey guys, what's going on? It's Salvage here, and today we're going to be talking about Marvel Spider-Man 2 and everything that we know so far that will be in the game if it does happen. Now, nothing is confirmed, of course. Insomniac hasn't said that they're making a sequel, but the fact that it is the fastest selling superhero game ever, it is one of the best selling PlayStation 4 exclusives ever, and the fact that Insomniac shows incredible passion for the character, we can all assume that there will be a sequel in the works somewhere in the next 3 to 4 years. Honestly, that seems like a reasonable time for them to start working on a sequel, in my opinion. And everything that we will see, the combat and the web swinging, those probably won't change too much. The way you fight, the buttons you push, the way you uppercut people into the air, the web swing kick, of course, stuff like that would probably return. But in between there would be different animations of kicking and punching. There'll probably be different animations of takedowns as well, different enemy types, stuff like that to still make it fresh. And everybody really knows the way that goes. The web swinging, I could see them changing the animation as well, maybe making us a little bit faster. If we do get the symbiote suit in the next one, maybe we do fight Venom somewhere down the line and we do get the symbiote suit. That way we can actually have faster web swinging, and then we have more powerful jumps, more powerful boosts when you go into the air. There could be multiple things you could do with the symbiote in terms of combat, in terms of story, and that's even the next thing is Harry. Harry is most likely going to be Venom in the next game, and that's a huge departure from his character from what we know him in the comics. Sometimes he wears a symbiote like once or twice, in a cartoon or in a comic, but he's never fully worn it in any specific lore. And it would be very interesting to see how they're going to be using the symbiote on him, and how they're going to be mixing his illness, his friendship with Peter and Mary Jane, and Venom. That's the big thing. Is this going to be the Venom that we know, or is it going to be the lab-made Venom symbiote that we all know? Is it going to be completely different, or are we going to have some type of characteristics that we know of? There's a lot of questions there, but we know for sure that Harry, in some way, shape, or form, is going to be wearing a symbiote. Miles will be playable. I think that's just something that we can all agree on. The fact that he was amazing in Into the Spider-Verse, the fact that he was wearing the mask, and he's ready to train, and he's ready to go at the end of Silver Lining. There's a lot of things that add up here, and him being playable in the next game, with his own costume, his own set of abilities and moves, that's just going to be really amazing. They could really integrate stealth with him as well if he's going to have his invisibility powers as well, and that would be really cool. And I just think that overall they have a lot of possibilities with Miles and him being playable, maybe with dual play with Peter. That's just going to be amazing to see. Mary Jane may still be the love interest, but in Silver Lining, she says that she also might be going to some war-torn country to do some reporting. So she might not even really be in the game a lot for the sequel, which is something that a lot of people really didn't talk about. A lot of people haven't mentioned the fact that Mary Jane might not even be in the next one. And in the next one, we might have some different love interests. Maybe Black Cat stays in our life for a little bit longer. Maybe we get Gwen Stacy in this game. We never really know what there could be in terms of the possibilities for MJ, but MJ is not going to be in here in the city, at least from what we know, unless they do a huge time jump, or if they just completely, reverse that decision. But right now, it seems like she's not going to be in the next one. Or she's going to play a very small part, or she's just going to be a side character. Norman Osborn might become Green Goblin, or a variation of Goblin. That would be very nice to see. Of course, with his son being Venom, that would just be an extra thing to have, like another dual boss battle where you fight off Venom and then you fight off Goblin. That would be really fun. There could be multiple things that you could do with Norman, or you could just keep him as he's not actually the mayor. He stepped down from being the mayor, so it's going to be interesting where they're going to be taking his character in the next one. I really hope that they do something with Goblin, like maybe make him into the monstrous Goblin, and then have, of course, Harry be Venom, and then it would just be like two hulking masses just coming at Spider-Man, and that'd just be really fun to do. And you could have like a dual boss battle where like one's fighting Goblin, where you're Miles and then Peter, and then it's Goblin and Venom versus Miles and Peter. That'd just be really cool in my opinion. That would be an awesome dual boss battle. There could be returning villains as well. Doc Ock, in a way, they kind of teased it. Not really, but he's in the raft, and that's a really bad sign because he knows the layout. He knows everything about it. Unless they completely switch the layout of the raft after the events of the first game, then there could be a possible breakout again. do to Doc Ock, and he could get his arms back, he could break out Rhino, Electro, and all the other villains, and Mr. Negative is missing, I believe, in the DLC, so he could come back, or he could be saved for a third game. Now, if I were to speculate about some other new things that they might add new villains like, you know, Mysterio. I really think that they should add Mysterio. That would just be really freaking awesome. Chameleon, they teased him in the last game. That kind of pissed me off that they didn't have him. Of course, Goblin and Venom. Those are new characters and new villains that they could have in the next game. And of course, they can open up new areas of the map. That's just something that I think a lot of people have been asking for. Brooklyn, and they want to see Queens as well. I'm completely down for that. I really think that would be a nice addition to the map that they already have. New gadgets as well. And yeah, I mean, besides that, the release, it's most likely going to be the beginning of the generation for PlayStation 5. And I honestly would be very happy to see that. I think that would be a smart decision from Insomniac. It's a smart decision from Sony. I mean, they already set up a lot for the next story. They already have the base, the foundation. They can easily make a really good story in a short amount of time. Now, how much time would it take for them to develop the entire game? That's just, you know, it's up to them. It took them 3 years for this game. So if they get directly to work for this one, which I doubt they will, then, you know, it would really be quick, and it would probably be on the PlayStation 5 as a launch title. But if they take their time and they, of course, you know, maybe take an extra year to make this game, or they're maybe making another game like a Jack and Dexter game again, you know, they could do that and then take their time with Spider-Man and release that somewhere in the middle of 2020. So either way, I really think that there's a lot of possibilities for the next game, and this is basically everything we know will be in the next game. Kind of like a confirmation from the developers themselves, from the post-credit scenes and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more Spider-Man PS4 videos in the future, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.